And that piece of like LSE is really evidence-based, it's trustworthy, it's solid, it's got claims aligned with evidence, and it's constructive, developmental, and kind. Like those are the two things that the members of the editorial board community were consistently really proud of. So I think LSE, the promise of the future is to continue to bring together constituencies of people who have insights that can help us really do our best job of bringing all of society into a very science and evidence-based way of thinking, who otherwise wouldn't interact. So we have board members now that. So I think that's a really big piece. The other thing I will say about the future of LSE is I think that what's become really apparent to me is in some ways in the United States, we have been behind the curve around innovative teaching in the life sciences compared to other places in the world internationally. And in other ways, LSE has really been ahead of the curve in terms of making that very evidence-based and scholarly. And so we're looking also towards really trying to welcome in our international collaborators. We live in an age of the internet. We live a benefit of the post-pandemic. I've given talks all over the world in person before the pandemic and now more virtually like after the pandemic. So I think we're trying to bring in more of our international colleagues that can also help us with that issue of diversity of perspective, which is so critically important. I just cannot say how much I deeply appreciate too many people and organizations to be named for creating the space and community that is LSE. LSE has never been and will never be, just about the editors or editors-in-chief or just about the editorial board or just about the authors. We have people who are the biggest champions of LSE that are readers who may have never participated in any of those other roles. And so I just want to say that we often sort of read in the literature or people talk about like communities of practice, and LSE is just a phenomenal community of practice. It overlaps with lots of other communities. And I'm just incredibly proud to be a part of it and to help keep the ship going